I'm sure all times of year you're getting stopped on the street and asked about specific players. That's happening no time more than now for you with your fantasy
Yeah.
football obligations. Marvin Harrison Jr.'s got to be near or at the top of the list of the more curious guys that you're trying to evaluate from that perspective, because I'm sure you see the risk there, but also the potential reward as a guy that we know from a talent perspective right now can be one of the best wideouts in the NFL, right?
Yeah, we use the phrase wide range of outcomes pretty often in fantasy football, and it feels like Marv has, coming into the season, one of the wider ranges of opinions on him. He's the fourth overall pick a year ago, and I've made this point many, many times, is that not only was he the fourth overall pick, he was the fourth overall pick in a draft in which the Cardinals could have moved down for pick number 4 and accumulated extra draft capital if they wanted to. They already had the extra first-round pick, but there was even more opportunity to diversify the portfolio. But that's how strongly they felt about Marvin Harrison Jr., a player who some regarded as the best wide receiver prospect in a long time, maybe as good as any wide receiver since Calvin Johnson back in 2006 or 7, I believe it was, for Megatron. So there's certainly a lot of potential there. I think that some of it will be interesting to see how the Cardinals utilize Marvin Harrison Jr. this year. Marv did not receive a single wide receiver screen target last year, which it's not that, every wide receiver is deserving of opportunities to catch a wide receiver screen. But I've said this about a player of his stature who's, so talented, is that, like, I almost look at that as a way to kind of build some confidence for a player in the beginning portions of the game, right? It's like making a 3-foot putt early in your golf round. Maybe that 5-footer or 7-footer that you stand over next just feels a little bit more makeable. So a lot of what the Cardinals were doing last year was just Marv, bombing down the field and trying to have him beat man coverage on these go routes. And it wasn't bad last year. It's not like if you look at his stats, you're going to say to yourself, oh my goodness, the guy got nothing done. But it was an inauspicious start in Buffalo in week 1 last year when he was without a catch, or maybe just had one catch. And it just, for a player with as much, I believe, talent and as much investment in him, you'd certainly like to see the team build the passing game even more around him. It should be the Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr. show every Sunday as far as the Cardinals passing game is concerned.